So then where did you determine your prices? And he says, well, I just went on eBay and I was looking around. But then I think, you know, there's so much fakes and bootlegs or cheap knockoffs out of China. I think he was looking at the Dinobot bootlegs. So he priced all his Dinobots at 100. But then he looked at maybe some graded version for Optimus. So then he put 2,000 and he had, so.
4-hour trip here, so worth every minute of the drive, especially to come here and see some really cool stuff. Really cool stuff.
The styrofoam in the box is good. The Optimus is not. All the accessories are there.
So, being that it's such a large piece, I don't. And I already asked David, and he's like, he doesn't want it. I was like, yeah, but maybe when he sees it, he might want it.
I don't know.
Put a Batman symbol on it, sell it to Garrett.
Oh, I have no idea, man. I don't even have a number. Don't care. I trust these guys to do me right. So whatever works is good for me, you know?
Hey, out of curiosity, because I'm almost thinking to treat it two different ways.
Sure.
Being on the really rather large items,
Yeah.
they're a little more slower sell.
Oh, for sure.
The tougher sell.
Not to mention shipping behind that's ridiculous.
So there's none recent.
Yeah.
So that is out of the box. I guess that's sealed out of the box, out of the box.
Yep.
So it's probably a $500 piece.
Yeah.
What were you thinking?
Oh, man, there wasn't even a number. I trust you guys.
Yeah, I just...
We're here for the cycle of life, man. We're here to bring stuff in, take stuff home, you know?
Well, it's the one guy, David, and his son, Connor, and he knows everything about Godzilla and Jurassic Park.
That's cool.
And so then I'm thinking, I showed it to David, and I was like, Connor would want this, right? And he's like, nah, he's not going to want that. But I think if he sees it, he's going to want it.
Oh, yeah, 100%. That's how I was.
He's going to be like, Dad.
Getting the Sideshow email when it came out, because I had already purchased the one-to-one Baby Yoda. And it's like, next thing I know, I get this email, and it's like, it's a one-to-one Baby Blue. And I was like, oh, man.
Right?
All right, whatever. We're gonna go ahead and pre-order it. So, and the day it came in, it was like sitting on my front porch like all day. Somebody just drove by. I was like, "Hey, what's this big package on this doorstep?" While I'm at work, you know.
Yeah, no, it's a huge box, and it's thankful that there was no shipping damage or anything.
Yeah.
Because I get some big stuff, and you know. All right, so then, give me one more minute.
Yeah, you're good, man. Cash is cash, you know. But trade is I want to take some stuff home. I've already noticed several things in the store that I want to bring home, but excited to grow my collection a little bit further, yeah.
He's agreed that this is worth about $5.
Okay.
So based off of the G1 stuff and that, going off your number, but to tweak it a little bit, instead of going straight half, I bumped that so that it would be 600.
Okay.
Because he was looking for trade, right?
I think so.
Trade?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, yeah. So we'll see. But I get the feeling it's going to be a yes. All right. So I would be 600 for everything.
Sure.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Sweet.
Awesome.
So this was a collection that there was a little show, a one-day show that took place in Anderson a few weeks ago. And one of our regulars, Eric, great guy, he never misses these things. And so he texts me. He's like, Ryan, anything, you interested in any of this? And it's this table, and it's full of minty box G1s. And everything else in the show is like Hess trucks and die-cast. So this guy was totally out of place. It was the wrong buyer market. The guy would only take cash. And Eric's like, I didn't bring that much money. And I was like, well, ask him how much this is, and ask him how much this is. And most things were drastically overpriced. Like he had $2,000 on an Optimus Prime with the proof of purchase cut out. And I'm like, it's $300 to $400. Not 2,000. So I wouldn't even give you 1,000. Like it's like, it makes no sense. So anyway, but then I said, what do you want on the Superion? And he said 2. So then I go, buy that. And then he had a Shockwave, and he wanted 4. And I said, if I buy both, what would you do? And then he says 5. So I was like, go buy that. So then he had to go find an ATM. And meanwhile, all these guys are lined up behind this guy, but they didn't bring that much cash. So the guy gets back, he gives him the $500, he takes the 2 pieces, and he goes, Ryan, talk to the guy. So then he hands the phone to the guy, and he's like, this Ryan? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, I watch you on YouTube. He goes, whatever I didn't sell at this show, I was coming to you anyway. So then he came by and he brought the Megatron and the Optimus. And he had 1,200 on Megatron, which is not reality. 2,000 on the Optimus. And so I said, man, I would love to buy your stuff, but even if I offered you half of your prices, it's more than retail. Like, I don't know if we're going to be able to come to an agreement. I said, so what I'll do is I'll look at a few pieces and I'll make you an offer. And if that works for you, then we'll proceed. So then I did it the way I do it, what it was really valued at. And I came in and he said, that's fair, that's fine. So then I go, all right, so let me do the rest. So this was the rest. So box of Mega Supreme. So needless to say, this was like a $4,000, $5,000 buy.
Picked up some Savage Mondo blitzers. Found these guys because super childhood reminder. I used to use my Matchbox car tracks and run these guys on them. So yeah, and they're all kind of wicked, crazy names. Roachkill, the baby, loaded diaper. You know, can't go wrong with that. Tyrannosaurus Axe. Yeah, just
Those puns. I love
killer vintage stuff.
That's three.
And some Robotech, you know, cleared that off my list. And these were just like super standouts, right? I mean, 84. I haven't even took a step on the earth yet. So, and of course, this just matches my Shogun. So, cool to be on the shelf.
280 right now. Yeah. Keep going. Keep going.
Continues.
Well, what else are you hunting? Maybe
Just random
goofy stuff.
late 80s, early 90s Saturday morning cartoon.
What about those bad eggs?
Yeah.
They're really stupid cheesy.
I saw those. They don't.
There's a
ping
little
the-
rubbery. There's like a little monster in my pocket guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's another one. You need like Bill and Ted, old Bill and Ted stuff. I saw the Toy Biz stuff. But, yeah. I saw some real Ghostbusters figures. That was always one of my favorite shows growing up. When I was a kid, my mom flew to Texas for Christmas to buy the Firehouse and bring that back. So that's what I opened one Christmas. So I've just been building that collection up. Maybe some other late 80s stuff if I can find it. So maybe some Robotech if that's here, some carded stuff. So yeah, anything to add to that old school vintage collection. Wars of Virtue is another one that I grew up watching as well.
Oh,
It's a
yeah.
movie.
The kangaroo
I would
guys.
gladly say
Yeah,
those if
yeah.
I could find them because they're not worth anything.
No, they're not.
But they're cool.
Yeah, and that's kind of where a lot of stuff is. Like I'll grab some big stuff like a Shogun Godzilla, but I like to grab these small lines that ping here. You know what I mean, to give you a reminder.
He's a small line guy.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a Cadillacs and Dinosaurs figure over there.
I have almost
yeah.
yeah.
That's an
I'm
easy
now
run.
onto vehicles, right? And that's kind of
I've got it all boxed.
Because there's
Yeah,
sometimes
do you really?
stuff. I mean, there was some. What about Shadow?
yeah. I was showing him. I've got
I have some box stuff. in the
Mighty
back.
Ducks
Yep.
line, Mummies Alive. I have a few of those.
That's a good line.
Pirates of Darkwater I just completed recently, and now I'm trying to find the ship. But
Some
The ship's the piece.
the
Yeah.
Knights turn a nog.
Oh, what
Um,
about
there's
No,
another one
what's
too.
the,
Ronin.
Ronin.
You remember Ronin? With
Yeah.
they clip on the pieces
Those
and
are-
stuff. Those are sick.
Yeah, they've gotten pricey in the last few
what's
years.
the Knights of?
Oh, King Arthur and the Knights of Justice.
You seen that one?
Yes. Y'all have those?
No.
Oh,
Conan the Barbarian.
yeah, that was one of
Adventures.
my. Now they have there's a really cool Conan line. It had like this lion.
I'm gonna go look. Maybe I'll.
They had like the gold armor and stuff.
Yeah, it was a
Super
box set.
Was it Chronicles of Conan?
No, it was Conan the Adventurer.
The later Insecticons are just so tough to build and tough to get. And now, again, everything's open. The bubble's been lifted, but the fact that he has the inner cardboard in the bubble, it displays so well. You don't see these guys that much. At least we don't. The cars are always tough. So, Prowl. Look at that. Red alert. But they're just sharp. It's like I don't even collect G1s. And I was like, this would look so good on my shelf, right? Look at this ultra. I mean, see, he had 400 on that. It's not unreasonable, but you know, but beautiful. And then, see, there's his $1,200 price tag. But it's pretty. But they cut. So on the best pieces, they cut the proof of purchase out. I was like, why didn't you just cut it out on, you know, one of the Insecticons?
Savage Mondo blisters, just a bigger pack.
Go outside, go forward.
Complete. Looks like it's still sealed, yeah. So just add
How
this.
are you gonna play with them?
Nah, man,
Come on.
yeah, you know, sometimes I can't these. Yeah.
Yeah, is that those
cards are all
sealed, but that one is.
Are there any cool names in this one, or is it just dupes?
I mean, it's great shape. But see, 2000. And proof of purchase cutout. So then you got Ramjet. See, the dust is still on that Thundercracker from when he displayed everything. And then you got Starscream. Gotta love Blaster. And then this is a hell of a sound wave. Like, I might keep this one. It's just so nice. And what was this? $15.99 at Sears. It was up. Yep. He cut the proof out. It's like the best ones.
530. Yep. So 70 to go.
Let's do the Exo Squad jumpers, the 4 that are in the case, and then the Kaz Takashi in the box. I have the Talking Urkel, you know. I found him, right? Did I win something?
We posted a lot.
Yeah, we had what?
It was everybody
Kevin,
talking.
Yeah.
Ernest, Kevin, Urkel. There's more.
Yeah.
Kevin, he gone.
Yeah. He
Oh,
gone.
yeah.
Long gone.
Ernest was Kenner, which I didn't know.
So what's on him?
50.
Here.
Yeah.
Right.
So these are the pieces that Eric initially bought for me. Everything else down there is what the guy brought after he was done with the show, meaning he didn't sell any of this stuff. He did sell a few of the Dinobots, which I found out he had them all at 100 a piece, so he was underpriced on those. So this is the Shockwave. So this one will probably upgrade the one that I got at Retro that we filmed, buying in the room trading. And then this was the Superion, which is just immaculate. And see, that one he had it too, so this is what he bought before the guy showed up here after with what he didn't sell. So then everything else you see came. Then he had this. This was a mail away. So that's why he cut the proofs of purchase out. This one I'm keeping. Come on. So this is the Time Warrior watch. With the instruction. So like brand new. And I like this kind of stuff. And then he brought this. So Travis is gonna know these better. So these were actually in probably today's episode. So these were, yeah, camshaft. And see that this is great. So which one's this one? That's downshift, but here's the really cool part. He didn't even take the missiles off the sprue in the gun. And then the third one, yeah, overdrive. So this is just great. And I don't think this set is super valuable or anything. Just the fact to have it in the original mailer box, I think, is just cool. So yeah, no, I was excited.
Yeah, I remember it was Katie Toys was in the mall, and these were on the shelf, and I pitched a fit. I think it was like 8 or 9. Pitched a fit, crying, you know, typical thing you do when you don't get your way. And I remember hiding one of them, the one I wanted, in a shelf, like behind it, and you know, went shop through the mall, and finally my mom gave in to my tantrum, and ended up was like, all right, let's go back and get that toy. And so of course I went and dug it out, and Victor, you know,
600 trade, right?
yes, I know.
Oh, it's 160. It works.
Yeah.
Cool.